chosen one, when money comes, keep quiet and stay wise. This is not just a simple instruction, it is a sacred warning filled with protection, because what is about to enter your life carries weight, responsibility, and unseen attention that can either build your future or quietly destroy your peace if handled without wisdom. The moment you begin to rise, the moment provision starts to flow into your hands, you must understand that silence becomes your shield and wisdom becomes your guide, because not everything that is given to you is meant to be displayed to everyone around you. There is a divine reason why this truth is being placed before you right now, because what is coming into your life is not ordinary increase, it is a blessing that carries purpose, and if you do not handle it carefully, you may lose more than you gain. Type Amen if you believe. Listen closely, because this moment matters more than you realize, and missing this understanding may cause you to overlook something very precious that God is placing into your hands with deep intention. When blessings arrive, especially financial blessings, they often come quietly, without noise, without announcement, and without explanation, because God does not always move in ways that attract attention, but in ways that protect what He has prepared for you. Many people think that when money comes, it must be celebrated loudly and shared openly, but there is a higher wisdom that teaches restraint, patience, and silence in moments of increase. Within your spirit, there is a gentle voice guiding you to move differently than before, and that voice is not trying to limit your joy, but to preserve your peace and protect your future from unnecessary interference. There are people who celebrate loudly and lose quietly because they reveal too much too soon and invite energy, opinions, and intentions that do not align with the blessing they received. This is why you are being told to remain quiet and stay wise, because your blessing is not for display, it is for purpose. If this touches your heart, and you feel this truth deeply, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel, because this simple action helps this message reach someone who needs this protection and wisdom in their life right now. There is something powerful about quiet growth that many people do not understand, because silence allows roots to go deeper, and wisdom allows your steps to become steady even when your surroundings remain uncertain. When money comes into your life, it is not just a reward, it is also a test of your character, your discipline, and your ability to manage what God has trusted you with in that moment. Those who rush to show everything often miss the deeper purpose, while those who remain calm and grounded begin to see doors open in ways that others cannot even explain. You are not being asked to hide in fear, but to move with awareness, because not every eye that sees your success celebrates it with pure intentions. Some watch with curiosity, some with comparison, and others with quiet resistance, and this is why wisdom teaches you to guard what is yours until the right time and the right place. Your silence is not weakness, it is strength guided by understanding, and your restraint is not limitation, it is protection directed by divine care. Type 1111 if you trust in God. There is a season where God allows things to grow quietly in your life, and during that season, you are being shaped into someone who can carry more without losing yourself in the process. Money does not change who you are, but it reveals who you have become, and if your heart is steady, your actions will reflect peace instead of pride. This is why staying wise matters, because wisdom keeps you grounded when everything around you begins to shift. Think of it as a garden that is being carefully nurtured, where not every seed is shown and not every growth is announced, because the beauty of it lies in its quiet development before it becomes visible to the world. In the same way, your blessings are growing in a space that requires protection, patience, and understanding, so that when the time comes, what has been built cannot be easily shaken or taken away. God is not only giving you provision, He is teaching you how to sustain it, how to multiply it, and how to use it in a way that aligns with your purpose and brings peace instead of pressure. Many people receive and lose because they were not prepared to handle what they were given, but you are being prepared right now through this understanding so that what comes into your life stays and continues to grow. There is no need to rush, no need to prove anything, and no need to seek validation from others, because what God has placed in your life does not need approval from anyone else to be meaningful or valuable. Your journey is unique, your blessings are personal, and your path is being guided in a way that requires trust, patience, and quiet strength. Stay grounded in your spirit, stay calm in your actions, and allow wisdom to lead your decisions, because this is how you protect what is meant for you and build something that lasts beyond temporary moments. The more you move with intention and awareness, the more you will see that silence brings clarity and wisdom brings stability. What is coming into your life is not just about money, it is about growth, responsibility, and a deeper understanding of how God works in your life in ways that go beyond what the eyes can see. You are being trusted with something meaningful, and that trust requires you to move differently than before, with care, with humility, and with strength that does not need to be announced. A newly revealed 7-second brainwave method, backed by neuroscience and once hidden in classified documents, is helping thousands activate their brain's wealth setting. People refer to it as the money magnet sound because of how quickly it appears to attract abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. There is a quiet transformation that begins within you when you truly understand that what you receive is not just for your present comfort, but for your future stability and spiritual growth. When provision enters your life, it carries an invisible assignment, shaping your decisions, refining your character, and guiding your steps toward a deeper purpose that extends far beyond temporary satisfaction. This is why staying quiet is not about hiding, but about listening more carefully, observing more deeply, and allowing wisdom to take root inside your spirit before you take action outwardly. In this season, you may notice that your thoughts begin to shift, your desires become more focused, and your need to impress others slowly fades away, because something greater is forming inside you that values peace over attention and purpose over appearance. This is the work of God within you, gently guiding you to understand that not everything you receive is meant to be displayed, and not every blessing needs to be explained to those who may not understand your journey. When you begin to walk in this understanding, you step into a higher level of peace that cannot be easily shaken by outside noise or opinions. There are moments when you may feel the urge to share your progress, to speak about what is happening, or to show the world how far you have come, but deep within, there is a quiet reminder telling you to pause, to reflect, and to remain still. That inner voice is not trying to take away your joy, but to protect your growth, because what is still forming needs time to become strong before it is exposed to the outside world. Just as a seed needs to stay beneath the soil before it can rise fully, your blessings need space to develop before they can be safely revealed. Type 2020 to claim miracles. There is a wisdom that comes with restraint, and that wisdom teaches you how to move without drawing unnecessary attention, how to act without seeking recognition, and how to grow without needing constant validation from others. When money comes into your life, it brings choices, and those choices reveal how well you understand the responsibility that has been placed in your hands. If you move too quickly or without thought, you may find yourself losing what was meant to stay, but if you move with care and patience, you will see your blessings multiply in ways that bring lasting peace. You are being guided to become someone who manages increase with grace, who handles success with humility, and who understands that true strength lies in quiet confidence rather than loud expression. This kind of strength does not need to prove itself, because it is rooted in something deeper than temporary approval. It is rooted in faith, in trust, and in the understanding that God is the source of everything you receive. As you continue on this path, you may begin to notice that your circle becomes smaller, your conversations become more meaningful, and your focus becomes sharper, because you are no longer drawn to distractions that pull you away from your purpose. This is not loss, it is alignment, and it is part of the process that prepares you to handle what is coming with clarity and stability. When you stay quiet and wise, you create space for discernment, and that discernment helps you recognize what belongs in your life and what does not. There is also a deep peace that comes from knowing that you do not have to explain your journey to anyone, because what God is doing in your life is not always meant to be understood by others. Some will not see your growth, some will not understand your silence, and some may even question your choices. But your path is not shaped by their understanding. It is guided by something greater that knows what is best for you. Chosen one, your recent action was so powerful that God released a miracle for you. Something sacred has just taken place in your life, something that heaven itself has witnessed with deep attention and loving approval. And you must not scroll past this moment, because what is unfolding carries a blessing that has your name written all over it in ways you cannot yet fully see. Your recent action, the one you almost dismissed as small or unnoticed, has reached the heart of God with a power that moved heaven into motion, and right now there is a divine response forming around you, like a quiet sunrise after a long night. Stay here and receive this fully, because missing this could mean overlooking a miracle that has already begun to unfold gently within your life. Type 1313 if you believe. There are moments when a single step of faith becomes louder in heaven than 1,000 empty words, and what you did recently came from a place of sincerity, courage, and quiet trust that God deeply honors with love and recognition. It was not about perfection or performance, but about the intention behind your action, the softness of your heart, and the willingness to move forward even when you did not see the full picture ahead. God saw the hidden effort, the silent sacrifice, and the way you chose light over fear, and that is why something extraordinary has now been released in your direction. If this touches your heart, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel, because it helps this message reach someone else who is quietly waiting for the same reassurance and hope. What feels small on earth often carries great weight in heaven, and your recent action has shifted something deeply spiritual that is now bringing a response into your life with perfect timing and gentle precision. You may not have felt powerful in that moment, and you may have even doubted whether it mattered at all, but God measures differently and sees the unseen parts that others never notice. This is why your life is beginning to align in a new way, even if everything still looks the same on the outside. There is a quiet miracle forming, not rushed or forced, but carefully shaped by divine love that understands exactly what your heart needs at this very moment. This miracle is not random or accidental, and it has been released because your action created a pathway for it to reach you without resistance or delay. It is coming into your life with purpose, carrying healing, restoration, and a sense of peace that will feel deeper than anything you have known before. Type 1111 if you trust in God. God is not distant from your journey, and He is not overlooking your efforts, even when they feel unnoticed or unappreciated by others around you. He is close to every step you take, watching with compassion, guiding with wisdom, and responding with blessings that are perfectly designed for your life. Your recent action was seen, understood, and received with love, and now the response is unfolding in ways that will soon become clear to you. There is a reason why your heart felt a certain pull to do what you did, even when it required courage or patience that stretched beyond your comfort. That pull was not random, and it was not something you imagined, but a quiet leading from God who was guiding you into alignment with something greater than what you could see at the time. When you followed that leading, you stepped into a moment that carried more power than you realized, and that is why heaven responded. You are not standing in the same place anymore, even if everything around you looks familiar and unchanged, because something has shifted within the spiritual realm that is now beginning to reflect into your daily life. This is the beginning of a new unfolding, one that carries peace where there was once worry, and hope where there was once quiet doubt that tried to settle in your heart. God understands every detail of your life, every hidden tear, every silent prayer, and every effort you made when no one else was watching, and nothing has been wasted or ignored along the way. Your recent action was like a seed planted in faith, and now that seed is beginning to grow into something beautiful that will bring fruit in ways you did not expect. This is how God works, gently and faithfully, turning small moments into meaningful transformations. You are being reminded right now that your actions matter more than you think, and your faith has a voice that reaches beyond what you can measure or fully understand. Even the smallest step taken with sincerity carries a ripple effect that moves through your life and into the lives of others, in ways that only God can orchestrate perfectly. This is why what you did has now opened a door for something new to enter your life with grace and purpose. There is no need to rush or force anything now, because what has been released is already finding its way to you with perfect timing that aligns with your life in the most natural and peaceful way. God is not in a hurry, but He is always on time, and what is coming to you will feel right, gentle, and deeply comforting to your heart. You are being surrounded by a quiet assurance that you are seen, valued, and guided every step of the way, even when the path feels uncertain or unclear at times. This assurance is not based on what you can see, but on who God is and how deeply He cares about every detail of your life. Your recent action was not the end of something, but the beginning of a new chapter that is already unfolding with grace. Stay open to the small signs of change, the gentle shifts in your thoughts, and the unexpected moments of peace that begin to appear, because these are all part of the miracle that has been released for you. It will not always come in loud or dramatic ways, but often in quiet, meaningful moments that bring clarity and comfort to your heart. A concealed brainwave once stored in classified files is said to ignite strong prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch in your mind that draws abundance like a magnet. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. You are not alone in this journey, and you never have been, even in the moments when it felt like everything was resting on your shoulders without support or understanding. God has been walking beside you, guiding you through every step, and now you are stepping into a season where that guidance becomes more visible and deeply felt. This is your moment to receive what has been prepared for you, to trust the process, and to allow the miracle to unfold naturally without fear or doubt interrupting the flow. Your heart has already taken the step that made this possible, and now you are being invited to rest in the peace that comes from knowing that God is handling the rest with love and care. The miracle that has been released is not a single event that comes and disappears, but a living movement that continues to unfold step by step, bringing new light into places that once felt uncertain or heavy. You are now walking inside the beginning of something that heaven has already approved, and every step forward is being supported by a presence that understands you completely. Your spirit may already be sensing a soft shift, something difficult to explain but very real, like a calmness that slowly replaces the weight you once carried without rest. This shift is not imagined, and it is not temporary, but it is the early sign of what God has already set in motion because of your sincere action. The same love that saw you in your quiet moment of faith is now surrounding you, building something meaningful in your life with patience and care that never rushes but never fails. Type 2020 to claim miracles. There are things being arranged for you that you cannot yet see with your eyes, and these things are coming together in ways that will feel natural when they arrive, even though their preparation has been happening quietly behind the scenes. God works in a way that protects your peace, and that is why everything unfolds in perfect timing, never too early and never too late, but exactly when your heart is ready to receive it fully. What is being formed now carries a sense of alignment that will bring you into a place where everything begins to make more sense than it ever did before. You may remember the moment when you made that recent choice and how it required something from within you that was not easy to give, yet you still moved forward with a trusting heart. That moment has become a turning point, not because of how it looked on the outside, but because of what it meant in the deeper place where your faith lives and grows. God saw that moment clearly, and He received it with joy, and now that joy is being returned to you in the form of a blessing that carries both peace and quiet strength. There is a restoration taking place within you, even in areas where you thought nothing could change or improve, and this restoration is gentle but steady, like a light that slowly fills a room without making noise. You are being healed in ways that do not always show immediately, but over time, you will notice how your heart feels lighter, your thoughts feel calmer, and your spirit feels more at rest than it once did. This is part of the miracle that has been released, and it is meant to stay with you, not just pass through your life for a moment. God is reminding you that your life is not defined by the moments when you felt unsure or overwhelmed, but by the times when you chose to move forward with faith, even when clarity was not fully present. Your recent action was one of those moments, and it has created a ripple that is now touching different areas of your life, bringing quiet changes that will soon become visible in ways that bring you comfort and reassurance. This is how transformation often begins, not with noise or sudden change, but with a steady movement that builds something strong and lasting. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. There is also a protection surrounding what has been released for you, because God guards what He gives with a love that is careful and intentional, making sure that nothing meant for you is taken away or disturbed. You are not walking into this new season alone, and you are not expected to carry it by your own strength, because the same presence that released the miracle is also sustaining it every step of the way. This is why you can feel a growing sense of peace, even when everything is not fully revealed yet. You are being led into a deeper understanding of how much your life matters, and how every sincere step you take is noticed and valued in ways that go far beyond what you can measure in your current moment. There is a new level of awareness growing within you, one that helps you see your journey not as a series of random events, but as a meaningful path guided by love and purpose that has always been there, even when you could not see it clearly. The miracle that has been released is also bringing clarity into areas where confusion once tried to take hold. And this clarity will come gently, without pressure, allowing you to understand things in a way that feels natural and peaceful. You will begin to see connections that once felt scattered, and you will recognize how certain moments in your life were leading you toward this very point where everything begins to align in a new way. This is not by chance, but by design, shaped by a love that knows exactly what you need. There is also a quiet strengthening happening within your heart, a kind of inner stability that allows you to stand with confidence even when the outside world feels uncertain or unpredictable. This strength is not loud or forceful, but calm and steady, giving you the ability to move forward without fear controlling your steps. It is part of the gift that has been released, and it will continue to grow as you remain open to what God is doing within you. Deep within your brain is a small area tied to wealth and success, once hidden in restricted studies and classified documents. This newly uncovered frequency is helping people exchange financial stress for ease, and God has led you to see this message at this very moment. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. Your life is beginning to reflect a deeper peace, one that does not depend on circumstances, but comes from knowing that you are being guided and supported in every moment. This peace will become more noticeable as time goes on, and it will help you respond to situations with a calmness that you may not have felt before. It is a sign that the miracle is not only around you, but also within you, shaping your thoughts, your emotions, and your perspective in a way that brings lasting comfort. There is no need to look back with doubt or question whether your action truly mattered, because what has been set in motion is already moving forward with purpose and intention. You are stepping into a flow that is guided by love, and this flow is carrying you towards something that will bring fulfillment in a way that feels both peaceful and meaningful. Trusting this process allows you to experience the fullness of what has been released without resistance. Everything that is coming into your life now is connected to that moment of faith, and it will continue to unfold in layers, each one revealing something new that adds to the beauty of your journey. You are not being rushed, and you are not being tested in a way that brings fear, but you are being gently led into a space where everything begins to feel more aligned with who you truly are. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that your life is being cared for in such a detailed and loving way, and this comfort is meant to stay with you as you continue forward. You are being reminded that you are never forgotten, never overlooked, and never alone, because God's presence is constant and unwavering in every part of your journey. You are not the same person who took that step of faith, because something within you has already begun to grow, and that growth is being guided with love that never loses sight of your needs. There are moments when you may pause and feel a stillness that was not there before, a gentle peace that seems to come without effort, and this is not something random, but a sign of what God is building inside your life. This stillness is part of the miracle, and it is helping you remain steady, even when everything around you may not yet fully reflect the change that has already begun. You are being anchored in something deeper than temporary emotions, something that holds you with quiet strength and carries you forward without confusion. Type 2323 if you agree. Your journey is being reshaped in ways that will become clearer as time moves forward, and even now, there are small moments that carry a different feeling, a softer tone, and a sense of ease that replaces the tension you once carried. These moments are not small in meaning, because they are signs of alignment, showing you that what has been released is working its way into every part of your life. God is not only concerned with one area of your life, but with the fullness of who you are, and that is why this unfolding touches your heart, your mind, and your daily experience all at once. There is also a renewal happening in your thoughts, where things that once felt heavy or overwhelming begin to lose their hold on you, and new thoughts filled with hope and quiet confidence begin to take their place. This renewal is not forced, and it does not require struggle, because it flows naturally from the presence of God working within you, gently guiding your perspective into something more peaceful and stable. You are being lifted into a way of thinking that supports your growth, instead of holding you back in old patterns that no longer serve your journey. There are connections in your life that will begin to shift, some becoming stronger and more meaningful, while others gently fade without conflict, making space for what truly aligns with where you are being led. This is not loss, but adjustment, allowing your life to reflect the path that has been set before you with clarity and purpose. God is guiding these changes with care, ensuring that everything that remains in your life supports the peace and growth that you are now stepping into. Type 1919 to receive miracles. There is also a sense of timing that is becoming clearer, where things begin to happen at moments that feel right, without forcing or rushing, creating a natural flow that brings ease into your experience. You may notice that certain opportunities or answers appear when you need them most, and this is not coincidence, but part of the way God aligns your path with what is meant for you. This timing carries a quiet assurance that you are being guided with precision, even when you do not see the full picture ahead. You are also being prepared for something that requires a stronger and more peaceful version of yourself, and this preparation is happening gently, without pressure, allowing you to grow into it naturally. The miracle that has been released is not only something you receive, but something that also shapes you, helping you become more aligned with the purpose that is unfolding in your life. This shaping is done with love, never forcing you beyond what you can handle, but always strengthening you step by step. There is a deep comfort in knowing that nothing you have done with sincerity has been overlooked, and that every effort has contributed to where you are now, even if it did not seem important at the time. God values the heart behind every action, and your recent step carried a truth that reached beyond the visible, touching something eternal and bringing a response that is now unfolding. This understanding will continue to grow within you, bringing a sense of reassurance that your life is meaningful in ways that go far beyond what you can measure. A 7-second brainwave approach, previously limited to elite groups and stored in classified files, is now available to everyone, and many call it the 30-second miracle. Researchers claim it stimulates a dormant brain center associated with prosperity and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is removed from the internet again.